What,
No
seriously,
more laughter.
Wagadu? They named it was named fucking what? Jesus Christ!
Yes. The Ugandan school of witchcraft and wizardry is named Wagadu.
Isn't Uganda? Wasn't Uganda? Well, surely Mali's a way better place to have it.
It's Uganda. Everyone in Uganda knows.
Well, that's
magic.
the thing. Yeah, everyone in Uganda knows Wagadu.
School of wizardry.
I will say that must be a fucking rough place to learn. Like when defenses against the dark arts is a jujitsu course.
Well, everyone in Wagadu knows kung fu, obviously.
It's okay. We got the second year of defense against the dark arts, and much like who killed Captain Alex, it will take a fucking 20 years to make.
It took 20 years to make, Bill. It took 20 years to make Who Killed Captain Alex, and I still don't know who killed Captain Alex.
Exactly. You don't find out in the first one. That's the whole point. In fact, as far as I'm aware, there's very little to do with Captain Alex in the first one.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I can't wait for Who Killed Captain Alex 3 so it can be directed by the same guy who made Tetsuo. Like every fucking thing else. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hopefully not children of all ages, because you shouldn't bloody be here. Although there was that one incident in the olden days, we ended up in the kids section by mistake.
What
that was a very disquieting term.
It was like a circus theme or something, wasn't it? What was the?
It was called "Send in the Clowns." It was, as I recall correctly, it was less like circus and more Insane Clown Posse.
Didn't that one pretty surprisingly well?
But YouTube seemed to think it was appropriate for children.
Yeah. Yeah. Views are views, I guess. Well, little Timmy, here's how you play Pathfinder. Are you ready to hate GURPS? For no reason. Well, in any case, returning to the matter at hand. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And a public servants announcement. If you live in the Ohio River Basin, please exit stage fucking left. Please, again, this is just a service announcement. To those who don't know, if you live around the pit, around Cleveland, anywhere around that shit that went down, exit stage left. Get out of there. All the way to Ohio River, all the way to West Virginia. Don't drink the water. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
We'll wait for this one to blow over, quite literally.
We're just having a little bit of a minor Chernobyl problem currently.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. America's really lucky to have a free press, because like the state can't cover up like a giant Chernobyl incident.
Obviously.
No matter how many journalists they arrest.
No, of course not. I'm so happy. So happy we have freedom of the press so that the state can't cover up a Chernobyl level incident. Makes me
look at the bright
proud
side.
to be an American.
For those of you out there who are in the journalism field, like Tim Paul, if you're out there, don't worry. If you don't go to this one, it's going to come to you.
Almost.
Let's hope Let's hope Alex Jones left behind some water filters so you're going to fucking need them. Good grief. Yeah, but stay safe, for real, though. Stay safe out there, folks. If you've not been informed, look it up, because you're going to need it. It's going to be a rough time out there, boys and girls. But stay safe. That's first and foremost before I enter into this god-awful Pathfinder game I run through these idiots. It's always important to make sure that people are safe first and foremost. Conversely, the people around the party are doing absolutely awfully. Who would like to recount last week's events? Because I believe we had an absentee who was busy.
Which was not. Look, I didn't. I got asked. Okay, let me just explain my absence, because I was clearly streaming. You could probably hear me talking the entire time.
Yes.
So,
showing that Eliza Blue isn't the only woman who can 1v4 a group of debaters on YouTube.
Well, some different kind of mass debating there, but Adam and Sitch, specifically Adam, asked me to come on to debate monarchy out of nowhere again in January, and they said February 7th, and I was like, okay, okie dokie. And I had no idea that it was on a Tuesday. I assumed it was the Sunday show, but no, it's on Tuesday, so whoopsie. Oopsie doopsie.
And who was one of the people there for some inexplicable reason? Was
our good friend Thoth.
Thoth or Tehuti, however you pronounce his name, who used to do the artwork for my show.
Right.
He was one of Nucker's good friends.
so bizarre. Spoon didn't want to get involved. He's like, no, I already debated monarchy with Adam and Stitch. I don't want to do it again. So he kind of bitched out. And this was just me and Thoth basically talking to Adam, who does not like monarchy and was a little bit mad about it. But it was a fun time. We had a fun time. But that's
no matter how many times you go and debate monarchy on YouTube, like we settled this hundreds of years ago, innit?
Exactly. Like, I mean, well, that's why, like, I didn't get mad about it, because even though I am interested in the political philosophy, I don't take that shit seriously at all. It's like, I think the debate's already over, okay? I think it was over a couple 100 years ago.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, I am personally not pro-monarchy. I'm not pro pretty much anything. I'm anti-everything, to be honest. But I will say that one thing that monarchy does have going for it is that under monarchy, Chernobyl was not a verb.
Yeah, you didn't get Chernobyl, but that's more of a technological issue, I think, than anything else.
Tell that to that one stretch of the desert for some reason in North Africa. Apparently the clinics were popping off.
Yeah.
If monarchism is so good, why didn't Princess Diane have a fucking airbag?
Princess Diane. What was that bit? Oh, it was from Brian Butterfield.
Yeah, it's like I give presents to the children
Christmas.
at Christmas, as you know who.
Princess.
Princess Diane.
Giving out Christmas present. Anywho.
So,
what happened last week?
For those of us who were doing our fucking jobs, what happened last week?
I was doing my job,
are
technically,
getting
kind of,
paid?
sort of.
Hold up.
No.
No, I've not seen a fucking dime from
That's
this
not a
shit.
job. Hurry. So last time
Tax
we
reasons, not.
continued and started back with Mark after the one green goblin from the goblin tribe we let go at the goblin cave. Gave him a letter to appear basically in court.
Oh, right. Yeah, Bill did tell me about it.
And Mark's rationale was, oh, I will try and kill him, but he was unarmed, so he handed him a crowbar, then killed him. Continuing on, there was a huge.
It was in the middle of a. I was going to say, it was in the middle, like, of a big fight with loads of goblins. Like, I was easily confused. I thought he was part of the attacking goblins.
Yes, the other goblins that are, like, in the air and, like, fucking hurled around from the, like, winds.
Well, there certainly was some serendipity in that Bill decided to make goblins in balloons an enemy, right as the Chinese in balloons apparently became an enemy.
I did bring this up on the day.
Did you? Okay.
I was quite curious.
Stay away from anyone out there who knows anyone who owns an airship. Stay away from them for the foreseeable future.
Oh, the US could have used their lightning machine against the balloons.
Yeah, lightning
They should have.
machine.
One directional energy weapons. Just...
I'm not even good.
It's always a great time when modern military operations boils down to basically one autist with a bunch of balloons and one autist with a bunch of like short range lasers, like a particularly drunken house party. MIT.
Oof.
But what else?
Yes. We had a troll that was also over here by the several definitely witch lights over here. There was a troll that had landed in one of the houses, and he was threatening the children, and I think he ate one of them. Or at least crushed one of them for sure.
What had happened is that I shadow locked a troll in place, and while setting up some fantastic shenanigans that then happened about 2 turns after that, Hans went to go stab him with the devil's penknife and cut himself. So now he and the troll, whose eyes were being burned by my witchlight, were now stuck in mortal troll bat. And so Hans decided to open up a keg, and he decided to open up a kid's head as a keg. And the troll and him had a punch out.
I see.
It did not go well for the troll.
Yeah.
Didn't get much better for the kids either.
Yeah.
Little Tim Tim's brain was used as a pregame before.
No,
to see if he
let's
gets
be
No, he
fair.
had his own
Little
cake.
Timmy got evaporated by a great club in the opening rounds of combat. There's not a lot that anyone could have done for him. The little girl who got picked up and turned into a can of Prime, on the other hand. Or Pure, or that fucking energy drink's called.
Ribbons.
Oh god.
Bringing new meaning to the term ribbits.
And we're calling her Irene now because Iris and Eris is getting hard to confuse.
Oh, okay, good. That
each
was
other.
getting confusing.
But
Yeah, and Iris can be used as a contraction of Irene, which so it makes some sense.
But Irene, annoyed with the fact that the dual ghost kept demanding to use her body since she was the most versatile fighter, created a slime clone for Elutum to use. And in his infinite wisdom, the pair decided, after figuring out that she could communicate through said copy, and that the copy didn't need to breathe, used his bag of holding and rope trick to launch her into a army of goblin formation like a shot put round, and beheaded all of them with her power cleave. Then he teleported to a sleeping goblin and used his necrofying touch on it to reduce it to, what did you say it was? A mummy corpse?
Pretty much, yes.
Yes. It was good. And that catches us back up.
That's this way. The contraction of the muscles as they withered was so extreme that it basically elastic band. It was like watching someone cut an elastic band ball.
Hmm.
It's all the little myosin fibers going ping, 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 ping as they all just fluttered off the bones under the sheer strain of existing. Lord knows we've all been there before.
Everyone thinks they're gangster till you get your soul sucked out.
True.
I've got too many jokes for that line. I'm just going to sit. Okay. So yeah, we had a brawl in the streets on the east side of the street here as well, which thankfully ended in favour of the poor unfortunate humans with only a few mild stabbings. And I think that rounds up last week's event. We obviously got the hammer the previous week, and now we're just trying to do our best to kind of mop up the resistance in this area before we move on to the next.
Sounds good.
So, when last we left off, let's meet up where we left off with Han et al. With a now felled troll.
Yes. Is combat still ongoing, or is it over?
In this area, it functionally over in this area.
All right.
I will now clear initiative. It is still a somewhat in progress crisis. However, you do have a bit more breathing room with the rain in this area.
All right.
Are there's essentially goblins over here though still, yeah?
There's a
They
bunch of
are
non-combatants.
They're non-combatants. Okay.
they are. Most of them are beaten unconscious or incapacitated in some fashion, or being in the process of being blown around the streets like tumbleweeds.
Oh right, the storm, yeah.
And it's also raining rain that's so hot it can melt lead.
Oof.
So anyway, the goblins who are mostly out in the open are not doing well. Looking like a Vietnamese
I'm just
street
gonna
right
assume that Neri basically took cover for most of last week. Well, for up until now, has been
I believe
taking
you
cover.
were dragged underneath one of those like market stalls.
Oh right. Yep. It's just been hiding.
Yes.
So Baz is going to grab whatever clothing or tops he has, and he will he will begin to collect the remains of the children, and he will wrap each of their remains into their respective linen wraps, basically.
Iris would like to help out if appropriate.
Yeah, there are plenty of tarpaulins around. This was a busy market street, so there's plenty of cloths.
Going to use the one of my abilities to make the ground here difficult terrain, essentially breaking it up, and make some shallow graves out of it with some headstones.
It'll be simple enough to do. The paving stone. A couple of areas. There are a few patches where it kind of loosens up, especially when you get to the gardens by the sunflowers down in the south.
Yep. You will very gently put them into their final resting place, utter a quick prayer before saying, "I'm sorry, little ones. I should have been faster. At least you no longer have to bear witness to this cruel world." After which he will close the graves.
They smooth over effortlessly.
At which point, he's going to walk up to the troll and begin carving its heart out.
A surprisingly lengthy process. This troll's innards are all over the place. Like, its rib cage loops back on itself in several places. Like this creature should not be able to breathe.
Could I make a knowledge check to figure out if it's a sign of mutation or more so a more deliberate deformity?
You may heal or arcana.
What about geography?
It's not quite that big, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'll try heal.
These are mutations, but they're not ones that could be caused by surgery. This was the work of some kind of magical or alchemical meddling.
Gotcha.
And it's clear that it was engineered in some fashion because like the bony plates are right over like weak points where you'd normally be able to shove a misericord to kill it fast.
Something about it seemed kind of almost shoddy, as if they've been like quickly put together.
I will say it's not that it's shoddy. The craftsmanship seems to be quite well done. However, this creature could not have survived in this state for very long, even as a troll.
Right.
Like this creature, its body is not built to last. It's like a butterfly or a moth. It's designed to like live a couple of days and then promptly.
So they're physically designed to be shock troopers, basically, by the looks of it. To just kind of go in there, live for a couple of weeks, and then just perish.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
But seeing a troll is particularly disquieting because, well, it's unusual to find something that can kill a troll. It's normally only burning of the body in its entirety can reliably kill it.
Right.
But it doesn't even the gastric system isn't even complete. Like it gets to intestine and stops. And it's literally just a big slab of congealed tissue.
Right.
And it's a very strange consistency. It's almost it's rubbery, puts you in mind of like a mollusk's organs.
Oh, interesting.
See, what it reminds you the most of is when you used to get slab gelatin. And this thing is literally just one big brick of meat.
Do I manage to locate the heart?
Yes.
After carving my way through.
You'll need something heavy duty to crack open the protective layer of cartilage.
Bolt cutters?
That'll do nicely. You can't really go wrong with those. But it is like snipping through iron bars. It is. I'm not sure if your character has ever perhaps cut through the roots of a large tree or broken into a house that happened to have iron bars all over it. Puts you in mind of that. It is the way it's put together. It looks like something a botanist would put together.
Oh. In the sense of him being like grafted, or just that in the
It's
overall.
hard to
like,
pin
design
down.
of it.
It's something about like the physiognomy is more like plant-like almost.
Hmm,
I would need a knowledge of nature to get more information than that.
very well.
Can Eris help on that one?
Certainly.
Very cool.
In that case, I will just provide aid and other to Eris.
Okay.
So as a reminder, Carl, don't forget one of your bodies is currently stuck
Well,
inside. Roll. You know what to roll.
I
One of your spirit possessions is currently trapped in our
Oh.
good friend.
69.
His name always escapes me. Everyone's favorite.
Mr. Algae
alchemist.
Man.
Yes. Everyone's
Lamont?
favorite moss slinger.
No.
Lamarck. I always forget his name is Lamarck. I shouldn't fucking.
80.
But does she have an NPC list?
I know, but it's like literally 75 entries long.
True. Also 89, 69. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
That one's.
Oh no. I am sorry, huh? You shouldn't have.
Either
trusted-
anyone nearby who's carrying an open flame is terrified of the dark, or all trees within 60 yards whisper to each other.
80 Mal.
Well,
Go home, GI. Go home. No, they're whispering to each other, so yeah, just a bunch of the diddy mouths rustles through the trees like the breeze.
would I be able to understand it with Terran?
Unfortunately, not.
I see, I see.
Treant is its own language,
Oh.
separate from Sylvan, which is weird. You think that'd be like the one thing that would speak Sylvan would be Treants, but nope, separate one. It's like Tanukis. Tanukis speak their own language called Tanuki.
Huh. I see. Also, I apologize for my nasally voice. I'm dying.
It's okay.
Oh,
So
no.
are most of us.
Yeah, everyone appears to have gotten sick recently. Bill and I've had this for like 2-3 weeks now. We're still getting over it.
I just apparently suddenly developed an allergy. Very cool.
So, both of you will be able to figure this out in short order. It looks like whoever grafted this, like the structure of this is most similar to a plant. The cartilaginous structures over the heart almost look like roots, but it is clearly bone. It looks like a cheap simulacrum of a plant fiber, rather than an actual grafted plant part.
AI generated trolls
Right.
we like.
It has no features of a moss troll either, necessarily. That would-
No, this is a common bridge troll.
Right.
You can tell with the stony skin. Designed to blend in with the cobblestone. But this might even be a city troll. There are a couple of them. Though the line between city troll and bridge troll, it's like the difference between like a house spider and a garden spider. There's very little difference.
Yeah. So, as I carve out the heart, I would like to stab the Acanthus ritual dagger into it, along with the devil's penknife.
Okay, the heart begins to beat slightly. It's very, very, very quietly, and with the there's a kind of hollow cracking noise as the different sections of cartilage move together.
All right.
At the moment, it's mostly just sucking air, so. But it's still going.
In that case, I shall put it in a burlap sack, tie it shut, and put it around my belt.
Okay.
As for the rest of the troll's body, I would like to just pour some acid flasks over the remains.
the flesh sloughs away with frightening speed. It turns a horrible, sickly, bleached grey colour, then just sloughs right off the bone. It is deed.
All right, it is
There is a
done.
big club if you're in need of one.
No,
It is a great club for a human, a bastard club for a troll.
anything out of the ordinary about it, or anything special besides that, or is it just a regular club?
It's got some iron banding bolted into it, so it's quite heavy duty.
I'll
So
probably leave it.
Could be used by it. Basically, if you knew how to use a tetsubo, you could use it as one.
Gotcha. In that case, Baz will just quickly carve some inscription into the headstones, and after that he will turn to Eris and Neri and say, right, I think we have a siege to fight our way through.
It does seem that way. Neri will finally climb out from the place she's been hiding.
Eris will lend her a hand.
Oh. Thanks, just sorry I got stuck under there for a while. I wasn't afraid or anything of the nightmare raining from the sky.
You get head pats. It's okay.
Some bits of dried lead flake off of her skin.
I will brush them away as I can.
Also little plinking noises as the what basically is a very like a light lead shot plinks off of the ground.
Well, shall we then? Where is anything that's left of the siege that we would, even from where we're at, would know, like what's still going on?
There is still one airship still airborne, though it is
This one?
yeah. It's not
Okay.
that in that location, it's just an indicator of
Yeah, it's in the sky.
it's actually further south at this point. I mean far further south. It's been blown, of course.
Well, we should find some way to try and get it down, I suppose.
Would it be in range for, what is it, composite longbow? 110 feet?
It would be higher up than that, I'm afraid.
Okay.
That lone fire. It's a good ways into the city currently.
Well,
Far closer to the center.
sounds like we gotta follow it.
Yeah, and what is the range also of minor telekinesis? Say here on my... It's the same as Mage Hand.
5 to 10 feet.
Only that. I need to look it up.
Mage Hand, PFSRD.
Minor telekinesis, which it says it works like. So I'm not sure if it's.
So 25 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels. So it's what, 10 feet for you extra on to 35 feet. In any case,
35,
it is safely out. It's unless you've got access to a piece of artillery, you're probably not reaching it where you're from.
The only person that could even get up to it is me, but I'm not going to get burned by fire. It's not worth teleporting 30 feet at a time.
The bigger issue at this point is that going up there would mean being blown around in the gales that are currently ripping through the sky. And all the boiling hot rain.
Oh, well, okay. How high up would you say that, if I can perceive it, like how high up is it?
500 feet.
500? What?
That's my ballpark.
How high up is it, Bill? I assumed it was like it was far lower.
Well, currently it's cruising at about 750 feet.
Oh, okay, geez.
You got to remember the upper limit on a range of a firework is 950 feet.
Okay. Well,
and it's not aiming; it's just dumping tube after tube directly down into the city below.
What are we gonna do? We'll have to. Does the city have any kind of defenses, like a a catapult or a...
The Hippogriff Squadron were en route when they got hit with the gale that is also fucking up most of the airships.
Right. I'm wondering more.
So is there still a balloon up?
Yeah.
There's one, but it's doing extremely poorly.
But I'm
Also-
wondering how we can take it out.
Well,
So I was
fortunately,
wondering.
there's still lightning.
Yes, that's
Going
why it's
off
doing
like once
extremely
per minute.
poorly.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that like a good chunk of the construction of those balloons is rubberized, it would be doing even worse. The
I was
crew
thinking
has
more like
taken
the
some
what's
attrition. I'll put it that way.
like the you know big held the things they had in the Hobbit movies they hit smog with, right? Anything like that around.
You mean Scorpion?
Yeah, like what are like the I don't know what they're called. I know there's a name for that.
Ballista.
Scorpion catapult. There's a couple of names depending
Yeah.
on what region
Yeah,
of the
where it
Roman Empire you're from.
shoots a great big arrow.
Well, currently the wind conditions are so poor that even siege artillery is
Probably
really
not gonna help.
struggling.
Okay.
At present, by the looks of things, there's a mustering mage presence in the city.
Mm.
But they're primarily dealing with the matter of putting out fires. And you can tell when the Mages Guild are in charge of putting out a fire, because what happens is a fireball gets airburst above it, and then all the oxygen in the area burns off.
Mm.
Then a couple of collapsed lungs later, there's an area with no fire. Because there's not many... Weather magic is very rare, because it is very strictly controlled. Because of shit like this.
I wonder why.
I see.
Hmm.
I guess what I'll do then is see how people are doing, I guess, like if who's still on the ground, look for, survivors or whatever. Do a perception check to see, like, is there anybody who looks like they could use some help, I guess?
There's an easier way to do this.
Oh. Whoa.
I speak
I
directly
think
to the mark.
she knows she has a nat 20 in
I
perception.
think I figured out if anybody needs
Well,
help.
we know what Neri was doing in the off time, at least.
She was scouting out those that needed help and helped them.
Yep. The advantage of being made of stone is it's very easy to move amongst wreckage.
Let's go.
So I will rule that in this area, you have essentially scouted out and pulled to safety anyone who was in need of a great deal of help.
Okay.
And that was the your support from last week. This area is basically clean.
Right.
Will you be availing yourself of belongings or equipment on site, or will you be leaving it alone?
What do you mean?
Are you looting?
No. Wait, the bodies?
The
Of
goblins,
regular people? Oh, of the goblins, yeah. I'll loot the goblins. I don't want to
Oh no, I was talking about people's houses.
No.
No!
It's important to ask, because I guarantee you the last team we had would have said yes.
Absolutely not. No, I mean,
Don't
like,
act
yeah, I'll
indignant
loot.
in me to asking the adventurers if they're going to be thieving jippos.
I guess,
It's your job.
wow, we're totally in trouble for that one, thanks. Just kidding.
Good.
So, no, I'll see if there's anything that's of value on the goblins, but, I guess
The
just as-
BBC's allowed to say jippo, I am too.
yeah, what's happened to Jeremy Clarkson for saying that kind of stuff?
It wasn't Jeremy Clarkson that said it. It was in 2 Pints of Lager and a Packet of Crisps, a very popular sitcom.
So again, I will look around also and see if there's anything valuable on the goblins, but in terms of the people and their houses, no, I'm not going to be looting those. I don't know if anybody else is, but Neri will not be doing that.
I will
I
advise
do another
the rest
perception
of the
check, or-
party against doing so too.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get mad if somebody does, by the way. But
Same.
Continue with my sentence. I speak
if I see you looting houses like it's a
Let the man speak.
hurricane.
Let the man speak.
Honda
Okay.
shimmying across the map.
Continue with my sentence. I speak directly to Lamarck. Lamarck, I need food and supplies.
Consider it done. One moment, please. How much?
Enough to keep Irene fed.
He looks at a vial that's marked supplies, small, and then he moves it up to like medium. Large.
I'm sorry. Also, whenever you say Lamar,
He then just puts the food away and just takes that one that's just marked ale.
There you go.
I go flying around the area looking for any goblins that seem to be hostile and still moving.
Most of them look concussed, if they're alive at all. A good chunk of them have been smeared over the wind. The best way to describe the poor street directly south of you is: have you ever been in a area where there's a large number of pigeons and they have a really bad storm? Or alternately, an area with a stretch of road that has a lot of insects, and then you drive really fast down it. Basically,
have those
goblins
with
have been
frogs.
smeared across the area in a thin veneer.
Just green skid marks everywhere.
Oof. So
Looks like
all these.
the entire street looks like a Rhodesian foal.
Oh God.
I don't
These are mostly just they're concussed. They're alive, but maybe some of them are alive. Difficult to tell, right?
There were a lot of them, and as a result, some of them have had their fall broken by other dead goblins.
All right. Well, I want to go down to this area and just see like what is alive. You know.
I have 70 feet of rope.
The goblins that came off the best are the ones that are actually concussed, like bordering on unconscious.
Okay.
The unlucky ones have got fractures that don't look very good.
Okay, I should have plenty of rope. I want to tie up any of the ones that are still alive but unconscious, or
That won't
you know.
be necessary. That won't be
No?
necessary.
Okay. When I was trying to deal with it non-lethally.
I have a much better solution.
Oh no. Okay.
I speak to Lamarck again. Do you have any extra rope?
I've got some rope.
Lamarck eyes you suspiciously with his dead-ass blind eyes. It's like, yes? Why?
I need it. I need it.
How much of it?
Enough to tie up these goblins.
You're wonderful, wouldn't issue up a spool.
I will then immediately use rope trick, and I will now take every single goblin in this area and open the bag of holding very wide.
Oh, no.
No, not the goblin cave!
He's gonna create a new goblin.
And after tying up every free living goblin that is still there, politely slapping him in the face with the end of the rope, he will then, headphone warning,
Oh no, okay, get ready.
eyes conveniently violet. Hello, friends! We shall be best of friends until we slaughter you! And yeet them into the bag.
Oh no. Were any of them
There's-
cute? Like
there's
the,
not-
like
they
the
don't even get a
icon makes them look?
All of the tribes are pretty much present.
The cute ones too?
A lot of the cute ones of the Greenfoot tribe, they're the most popular out of all of them. Because they reach adulthood in like a day.
I remember.
So the Greenfoot tribe are massively populous.
About how many goblins did I just tie up?
You have enough goblins to fill the bag to capacity.
I was gonna say, to be fair, I was gonna help also tying them up. I didn't. I will assist in doing this.
What is the capacity of which type of bag of holding do you have?
I assumed I had the basic one.
Yeah, type 1. Let's see what the capacity of that is.
I will assist
The
Armand.
contents limit 250. If we assume each goblin is about £5, they're not very. Most of these goblins are very, very small. Let's split difference.
Pick
25.
most of them.
Yes, that's the point. They're goblins. Most of them are basically just particularly spirited rats. And you run on weight for goblins because they can be. It's like a bag of holding. It runs on weight, not volume. It can be squashed. Like things can be squashed down.
Rat King, why does Elmo have camouflage? Because he's representative of a goblin. As we are now tying up goblins and putting them in a bag of holding, apparently.
Yes, they will be used as a weapon later.
How are you gonna use them as a? How would you
I
use them as a
have
weapon?
I have rope trick and enough rope to use this thing as a catapult.
Let's call it
Oh,
2
God.
dozen to be even. I'm being generous, but you can squish two dozen in there.
Won't they? A lot of them are gonna die of their injuries already, and then probably they'll die if you don't feed them, right?
They're going
They're
into
gonna
a
die
bag
if
where
they
they don't
don't
have the ability to
breathe.
breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
cannot
right.
breathe
Also,
in
like,
there.
is the bag of holding is like extra like extra dimensional space. So there's no oxygen, is it? Is there?
That would
Nope.
be correct. Yeah. There's no oxygen.
Okay,
There's-
so they're just gonna
But there's
all
a
die.
finite amount of oxygen that when it's sealed, you basically, like you say, a living creature can survive 10 minutes in the bag of holding. It doesn't say it scales to the number,
Mhm.
but I'm inclined to think that essentially you've got about a breath each, essentially.
Did we find, because I don't remember this from, I obviously wasn't there last week, and then I don't remember from the week before. If we have any idea, has anyone interrogated any of these goblins to figure out why they're attacking the town?
Do you
or-
want
or-
to interrogate them?
I want to interrogate one.
Well, one did attempt to get close to some of you, but it was essentially
right.
a suicide bomber.
Oh, right. Okay. So, okay. Leave me one then, Armand, that I can just. I will say, as the goblins are all being round up and thrown into the bag of holding, Yuri will say, "All right, and unless you want to go into the oblivion bag, where you will suffocate to death, I think it's time to start talking and explaining what the hell all this is about."
Which tribe would you like to ask first?
Well, what's the? What was it? The Longfoot tribe? You said the cute ones, whatever.
Cretan's Greenfoot tribe.
Greenfoot, yeah. Sure, let's start
Armand-
with them. We've dealt with them before.
Armand is going to smile very wide and put on his game face while taking one out with his left hand and then strangling it slightly with his right. It will then put his finger to its
Hang on.
face.
Before you go any further, let me make an adjustment.
Uh-oh.
Gotta get the coloration right. It is turning slightly purple.
The one he was strangling, or the one I'm
Yes,
talking
it's because
to?
it's being choked.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Also
It
helps
will-
mark it out. Yeah, let me move it over here. Move you over there. That way you can
All right.
have a little shindig, and so Lamarck will have to be there because Lamarck is good. You've noticed, Carl, that as you've inhabited Lamarck, it's very difficult to get free of him. It's a bit like being in a lava lamp.
Mhm. Continuing with the choking, we'll
All right.
ease up on the choking of the right hand, but put one finger channeling corrupting touch just close enough to the temple that it can feel the negative energy.
Okay,
Okay.
little dude. What is this invasion about? Why have all the goblins gotten all the different tribes come together to invade the town?
Question, Yuri. Do you speak Goblin?
No, I speak standard.
So does anyone speak Uruk?
Well, what
Penny
do we
probably
have
gets
here?
close.
What if it isn't the bottom of the food chain?
Well, if it isn't a bottom.
Oh, it isn't the
Yeah, but Baz is goblinoid. He can translate.
It's okay, dear. I speak jive.
explain
communicate
unless you
with
want
the
to
readers.
unless you want to go in the bag and there's no coming out of the bag. Unless you want to go in the bag, explain what's happening. Why I have multiple questions, and depending on how you answer determines whether or not you go in the bag.
Oh, use intimidate. Aiden.
Yeah, I did.
Good.
Han, would you like to any embellishments or directly one-to-one?
Remember, the bag is the merciful option, I say as I swish around the kettle.
Oh, it's not gonna go to the bag. It's just gonna die. And I'm gonna make it real slow.
Can I Aiden intimidate by just Like having my
I feel like
spear in the
I
background.
kind of feel like everyone has aided the intimidate right now.
Aha!
Yeah.
We have jumped this creature. This is literally 3 days old. This'll get him.
This'll get him. 15 into it. Man, my rolls are shit today already. Two rolls.
I didn't
failed.
use the one nat 20 for a perception check.
Yeah, you don't get to pick it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that makes sense, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
mental skill
yeah,
is
you're
currently
you're literally a ghost. I would hope you are quite good at intimidate. You're
And you are the one also with currently tying up his brethren and throwing them into a bag.
you are the proud owner of the Oblivion bag. Yeah. So he'll turn to Bass. I wish I could help you more, but I really don't know all that much.
Do you know anyone who knows more than you? That's here.
I could point out the commanding officers, but well, most of those are in a very sorry state.
Yeah, seems so.
Well, one thing I've been noticing is that, well, sometimes it's not just our commanding officers that are calling the shots anymore. It seems that anyone with the stranger eye tends to be calling the shots after a little while. I suspect there's some kind of arcane chicanery going on.
What color is that eye, if I may ask?
It's a funny-looking thing. Unfortunately, you do realize I'm colorblind, right?
Okay. Well, he knows.
He points
I
his
assume
eyes.
that-
I only have infravision.
I assume that Baz, are you translating this for us for the most part?
I'm translating back and forth.
Okay. Well, then pick the little fucker up and have him point out someone with one of the other goblins that's still staggering around that has the funny colored eye. Because if he
The disheveled
clearly he can
line
identify it
of goblins that are being marched into
into a bag, yes,
into the sleeping bag.
into the forever sleep bag.
I'm sorry, unfortunately, none of them are exhibiting the signs. It's usually, and I don't know what color it is, but I know that it bulges horribly, twists the skull to do so. And right after, they usually exhibit some kind of other secondary mutation. I'm sorry, I
Just
can't
a
be much more
Wooga.
use than help than that.
All right, I have another question. Could you signal that balloon to come down in some way? Would they come down here to save you?
Oh, goodness, no, I'm only 3 days old.
Not you individually. I'm saying you as a group of dying goblins.
To be perfectly honest, as to your friend here, sir, I don't think she grasps the idea that the gentle goblins up in that balloon aren't intending to come down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted them to come down here so I could fuck with them.
Most of us aren't going to go back, one way or another.
So what you do know is that this was a suicide mission, is what it sounds like.
The alternative wasn't much better, I'm afraid.
Quite tough being a shock trooper, eh?
Isn't that the truth? Unfortunately, we've no food to go back home, and what small caves we could eke out aren't enough to sustain our numbers any longer.
Oh, that's fair.
Why don't you what's causing a food shortage for the goblins?
Spoilage, disease, pretty standard fare, I'm afraid. This is what I'm told. Again, I've not really been around for that long. If it wasn't for genetic memory, I wouldn't even know this.
Makwa's going to reach into the bag of holding and pull out the books that we retained back at this cathedral, specifically flipping to the page that was written down with the image of the Sunderer, going to point directly to the page and the eye.
He starts screaming. Han? Actually, anyone with knowledge of nature can roll it. Anyone with knowledge of geography can roll it.
Is it
Well,
what I think it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Goblins are terrified of the written word. They think it steals your soul.
oh right.
That was very nearly one. I just
Yeah,
watched that.
yeah,
Sometimes-
I was
You may
about to
want to
just
cover the
quit.
text and just show the picture.
He is showing the picture, but it's surrounded by the text that was written about it.
Yeah, but the text is what scares him.
Yeah, we'll just
Honestly,
just-
even drawings are a bit sketchy in terms of, if you pardon the pun,
They are
to
usually
goblin
sketched,
kind of-
so
I'll cover up the text with Neri will cover up the text with their hand. Just try to look at this image.
Is this the eye you're talking about?
No, it's nothing like that. Please put it away. It's far too old.
We'll put the book
It's-
back in the bag.
Ugh. And as the goblin looks like its eyes are bleeding.
Oh.
I'd like to roll detect magic.
Okay, roll me a spellcraft.
Yes, because that looks like. Oh no, someone has been talking too much.
I roll knowledge psionics on this.
You may.
Please. 21 spellcraft.
14.
Okay, and could you also roll me a perception check each?
Nice ice cube noises. 30. What the fuck?
Okay, you spot it the easiest. You're being scryed upon. Someone is using divination magic to view this location.
This location, right?
Yes, it is focused on the goblin, but it can see everything 15 feet around it.
Let me. Can I
And the
use
goblin?
daze? Would that do anything?
You wouldn't be able to target the sensor, I'm afraid. It's
Well, not
inside
this.
the goblin's head.
Okay. Wonderful.
So you can't. And what's more, the
I would like
goblin
to
you
use
noticed.
sleep.
By all means.
Sleep.
Is this the single target version or the AoE?
4 hit die of creatures fall asleep. Level 1
Could the party
spell.
roll me will saves, please?
Oh wait! Before you try to put us all asleep,
Put
No, it's
y'all
not-
to sleep.
Snap position.
Well, I
right
can
just
also
before
just
that-
use daze on him. Would
I
that do
could've done
anything? Well, cope.
Would
Ah.
daze work? Would chakra disruption work?
Bill.
I
Could
want
I
to
use
punch
re-
him.
just the
You know what,
party wibble slinger just runs up and slaps the fuck out of the goblin.
I want to bonk his head with the elven branch spear.
If I bonked his head with chakra disruption, do you think that would that potentially do something to knock out the whatever the spine mechanism is? I'm guessing it's organic and not mechanical.
It appears to be a magical effect.
Magical. Yeah, I want to kill him. Sorry, I'm not
No,
using the elven branch spear.
No.
Roll-
Or you
Fuck
kill
He's
him.
you.
being polite. He's been polite.
Okay, let's do this old-fashioned way. Everyone roll initiative. If you want to act during this shindig, you got to roll
Yeah,
initiative to
okay,
see who
clearly.
Steve the
The
Cumbeast.
Cumbeast
Can I, due
has
to my
won.
high perception of 30,
Oh.
get bonuses to my initiative?
Yeah, I'll factor that in. You have the impetus as you have. Essentially, you get one action as a surprise round because you have the. Basically, you have the jump.
One
in this case.
action. Okay, I'll be using telekinetic fighting to stab him with my elven branch spear. Hold on, let me check because he is within reach. He
A
is.
2 penny.
At 2 penny killing. Oh God, he's been a polite little lad.
But the people looking through his eyes are not polite, and I don't want them to see my face.
He's got a scrying sensor. Just JFK's the goblin in broad fucking daylight.
Would this count as an attack of opportunity?
No, this would be a regular attack. You do have to actually. You never know, Carl. You might get lucky. This is Penny. Her rolls have not been so great right now.
22.
Of course, she rolls a 16. Please roll your damage.
Also, it is the one specific metal thingy. What is it? Where is the
Iron.
Yeah,
Morgathon. Nasty
Yes.
shit.
I don't know if he would have to roll anything, like the DC 12 for the first
Well,
dex damage.
First and foremost, let's roll the damage to see if any other rolls are necessary.
I am not fucking around with people fucking scrying on us. I'm sorry.
To be fair, I will be fair. This is the usual reaction to finding out about a scrying sensor.
12 damage.
The goblin in the gobbo is an ex-cop.
He's kebab now. He's been speared.
Is the
Abo.
scrying effect still persisting?
Roll me a spellcraft check. Roll them if you got them, boys and girls. I will, however, I'll keep the initiative on there, but just in case.
Neri, who I assume was holding this little goblin the entire time, will just kind of go,
Oh, he did it!
and,
Roll it!
oh shit, uh-oh.
Why do you
Technically,
have...
I was the one holding him with my hands.
Were you? I didn't know if you were holding him or if I was holding him.
Like our hands, I believe the
Oh,
term.
yes. There we go.
We have Mark
On
with
point.
us, after all. Mark,
Right.
what is your live reaction to this? Do you approve?
wait. Killing a baby.
He was 3 days old, to be fair. First
Yeah,
of all.
I'm not happy about it. I'm not cool with killing the baby either. And so again, I assumed I was
Such
holding
behavior
it,
should be condoned.
I
but
mean,
maybe we're both holding it together, and I'm just Neri was just like as another thing that is
I
nice
am
and polite
sorry.
dies in her hands. She just
Excellent. As the goblin gets Caucasian chalk circled right in front of you.
I will deploy Albert the puppy to comfort Aiden.
just like a crisp, just a little like
You
like a big-
Sandatsu the goblin and just throw the dog.
and just big clumps of salt just fall out of her eyes. just
I will genuinely deploy Albert because I cannot put an icon down for him. But
You should have
Deploy-
control over Albert's thing.
it does let me take it onto the map.
Grant
And he
you
basically,
control,
like-
all players. That's the reason you weren't set to.
Wow.
Then you
bad.
basically just
There you
quick drew a 38 special, killed someone's dog, and then threw $50.
There you go.
it's like here you go, feel better. Here's a
Here you
dog.
go.
This is the
Oh,
reverse
emotional
ATF. You
support.
ran in, you shot the shot the
baby.
goblin, and then threw the and then deployed the dog. Usually, you walk in, shoot the dog, and deploy the goblin.
Simple as. I hope this will
No.
comfort Aiden a bit. I will apologize profusely to her, but I will explain that someone
Neri
was
is just
crying.
wiping clumps of salt away from her.
I'm sorry, as you halberd the fucking goblin into paste.
It was
No,
a
not that
baby.
done.
It was a
will
baby,
also
Eris.
explain
A
that
baby.
Someone was watching us through its eyes, basically.
As evidenced by the fact that as you're watching it, one of its eyes twists in its socket and looks at all of you.
I want to poke it out. There, my spear is still there. Fuck you! Fuck you! I'm rolling another one.
I'm catching no, like literally, like I
I'm
would.
not- I'm not
At some
getting
point, we need to do
fucking
Shadowrun just so I can watch Penny
15.
execute all the prisoners. Like they saw off my face, it just goes down the line with a Predator 4 Magnum and just howitzes everyone flat.
Can I hit the eye with a 15?
Penny, I'm
Maybe,
so
but
proud.
maybe we can figure out where
You
the
gave me the
spine is
spear.
coming
Okay,
from.
I'll tell you what. Do you want to poke it or do you want to just cover it?
Or maybe we could
it.
investigate it to figure out where the spine is coming from
I will
and trace
cover
it
it. I
back.
won't fucking.
Or we can have the flying ghost simply move down the hall so the person's scared about being recognized.
Actually, never
'cause it's
mind. I'm gonna
standing in
stab
way
the
to be
eye.
recognized.
I'm gonna stab the eye now.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
you! I'm gonna stab him. I was gonna be
You just
polite and cover it,
It's a.
but
you
the
honestly hit with a
retaliation.
branch
well.
spear. A branch spear is a gigantic barbed spear. It doesn't take much twisting to just not purify, to puree the goblin. There's a difference. It's like okay. The best way to describe this goblin is when you get a packet of crisps and you crumble them up in the bag and then pour out the contents into like a fine dust.
Yes.
Bill, this is gonna seem a little mean, but I feel like
This is the this
Yeah,
is the
this
moment
being
you choose
incredibly
to
mean.
preface that.
now I
Fuck
could have
me. Okay, I better
probably
brace
should have done-
myself.
probably should have done this earlier because well, it kind of would have solved everything without the need for killing, but it was just too funny to watch. I'm going to use magnetize to attract some of the liquid lead that is leaking to basically encase the goblin.
After he's dead.
Yes.
Because you can't scry through lead.
Han.
Yes.
Never mind. If you want food later, I'm not making it. Fuck you.
Penny, I don't understand why.
I don't know why everyone's so upset. It's not like there's a shortage of goblins.
I was gonna say, like, there's a whole bunch more, like, right over here. I'll just go grab another one. Like, there's a whole bunkle of them.
I'm assuming the ones that I haven't tied up yet are the ones still lying around.
Yes.
I
Okay.
kind of had assumed
There's
that-
pretty
that
much a
Armand had-
infinite resource of goblins here. They are all in various stages of concussion and
All right.
invalidity.
Okay. So I think we're not really needing to talk turn order then, since it's kind of already over.
Yeah,
All right.
You know what? I'm going to keep it there just in case.
Okay. I'm just gonna. It should be. I think. Look, I'm just gonna come over and yell at all of the concussed goblins again. Say, well, it didn't go so well for your friend over there. If any of the rest of you also don't want to end up in the obliviation bag, then, and you know anything, come forward now and you won't end up in the bag.
One of them from
Intimidation check, sorry.
I forget. Oh, I think it's the sharp tooth trap. Will point at Runcible Dave. He knew.
Who?
Runcible Dave, the goblin that Mark stove his head in with a hammer.
Okay, any of you left alive have any idea what's going on?
Miss, I'm not being facetious. He'll walk over, pick up Dave, and with a very this is perhaps one of the most disquieting things you've ever seen. As he retrieves a device that looks eerily like a toilet plunger, places it on his forehead. There's a, and then like Dave's eye rattles back into place.
Is Dave alive now? Okay.
Dave's got troll blood.
Well, come over and
Dave, however, is still looking a little wonky. He looks very, very concussed.
yeah, I would imagine
his eyes have had, shall we say, an estrangement to one another as they're facing in other directions.
Well, I'm gonna tie up Dave.
By the way, Bill, Zalma's asked if you could check your DMs.
Ooh, yep.
Oh no.
You can. All I
More
should say,
people
Zalma,
probably
is
died.
don't
It's all your
worry.
fault. I can already predict it. More people probably already died. Not my problem.
Don't worry, Zalma, that one's a freebie.
Bear's gonna tie up Dave while he's zonked a little bit. I'm assuming he wasn't tied up because we assumed he was dead.
Well, he technically was.
Well, yeah, he was. Yeah.
He's like Bam Margera. He just comes back lumpy every time he dies.
Well, that's a name
All
I
right.
haven't heard for a long time.
Have you seen him lately? He looks like Susan Boyle.
All right, Dave. It's time to start talking, or else you get the bag.
He's not gonna get the bag.
Should I make
He's
another
dribbling.
intimidation check, or previous one stand?
He might need a little while longer to recover.
Would cure light wounds help?
Yes.
Okay, I shall cast cure light wounds.
I will warn you, he has taken some substantial intelligence damage from that hammer to the face.
Let me see if would mending work?
No, the toilet plunger did most of that work.
Okay.
It's just that when you move the bone out of the way, it lets the troll blood kick in and it just kind of pushes everything back into place.
Alright then,
Mark one
I'd
now.
like to use cure light wounds. Spellcraft?
Oh, no support necessary. Thanks to Albert being around, it's quite simple to get Runcible Dave up to a somewhat tolerably conscious state.
He gets... Oh. Well, he would get, I think, 7 health points back. Not 0
Oh,
successes.
because you hit equal. You put equal instead of plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a matter of shift. Okay. Yeah, Dave suddenly grasps out. What happened?
I don't know. You tell us, Dave.
I was giving your friend his paperwork, and then I woke up here.
Mock was just going to start talking through Neri's voice. Yeah, he kind of hit you in the head with a hammer.
I did no such thing.
Says the man holding the hammer.
Holding the
Slowly moving it behind my back.
just put it behind.
It's the strangest thing. Like, I was talking to a communist, and I've woken up with a severe head wound, and he just happens to be carrying a sledgehammer with a bin bag wrapped around the grip.
Does Dave still have the crowbar?
No, because he knocked the fuck out.
Gonna plonk down the recliner tour and watch this whole shindig unfold.
Dave, what was this invasion about? Why are all the goblins working together? What is happening?
He looks reticent to talk. You may need to roll intimidate on this one. It will be pretty easy. It would have been easy if if his compatriot had survived long enough to try and help convince him.
Listen here, Dave.
We just got a super chat from Joka for Norwegian currency.
200
Norwegian
knock-knocks.
krona.
200 knocks.
Norwegian krona.
Saying, a clearly supernatural black cat begins following the party.
Uh-oh.
Aiden,
Isn't
that
that all
means
black cat?
friend. Aiden, that means
Friend.
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 I have a
I'm
black
short on
doggo,
assets.
you
This
have
will
a
do
black
for
cat.
now.
Is it a use of a picture of a badger? Okay.
There we go. Close enough.
It just reminds me of that like it's like lost cat poster where it's like not very friendly. I think she's scared.
Lost cat found, not friendly.
And it's really like a mountain lion.
No, it's a possum.
I prefer there's a version with a mountain lion as well,
Yeah.
and a dog version with a coyote.
Here, cat. Male, no collar, not very friendly. I think you might be scared. Not housebroken either. Sad face.
I do love the ones with coyotes. Where
Mock
it's
was
like,
gonna
oh,
start.
found this dog.
Mock was going to start speaking through Neri's mouth. Listen, Dave, I'm going to be straight frank with you. I've already killed enough goblins today, and I am way above whatever the fuck is about to happen here. You have 5 seconds to start talking, or pushes the cumbies closer. I'm going to burn you to death. I'm going to teleport from where I am, and I'm going to choke the life out of you with my hands.
Neri, when I regained control,
You
was
make
like,
a
"Look,
compelling argument.
that wasn't me talking. But trust me, he's serious. He's already put a whole bunch of you in a bag.
I know what you, compared to what you lot have gotten up to. I'm surprised it wasn't.
Hey.
That's what the paperwork is
So?
for.
Fair.
So what's the paperwork about?
Neri was not there when you brought the paperwork.
Oh right,
Your
yeah, I was
hammer-wielding
hiding.
maniac of a friend is being taken to court.
Oh yeah, I was hiding.
cool.
Sorry, I forgot.
Mock was going to speak through Neri again. You invaded a town to serve a communist papers.
No, I tagged along.
So
Well,
why is
certainly a whole
invasion
lot of
here?
you have tagged along. This looks like an invasion. You're
No food up.
dropping bombs.
There's no food up in the mountains.
So you invaded a town to invade it for food because there's no mountains.
No food, no room. The adventurers keep killing all their young. We don't really have much other option. You got, and you horrible lot have got a grain silo right for the taking.
Interesting. I do need you to understand, I've not met these people for what has only been about 10 hours. This is
Don't
a
worry.
ghost speaking to a person. You have 10 seconds to finish your thought before I strain you with negative energy.
These idiots have all been put up to it by their bloody stupid goblin committee thing.
Okay.
The Goblin Committee sent the invasion here.
So here's what I do, Dave. I think can you take a look at what's happened here? How it worked out. I think you should go back to your Goblin Committee, and I'm willing to let you go back to the Goblin.
You realize I
tell
was
them.
born a halfling, right?
I don't know that.
Oh, you were? How the fuck did that happen?
Reincarnation didn't go very well.
My condolences.
Rough shake. Go back to the Goblin
Life wasn't happy
and
either.
tell them that we don't care if they're hungry necessarily. I mean, I personally kind of care, but you can't go raiding towns over it. Otherwise, look what happens. Can we maybe find some way so that everybody can live in peace and you not have to feel the need to come and raid town?
To be perfectly honest, I don't think many of them are actually on board with it either. He'll indicate around towards all the unconscious or dead goblins.
So, Dave, what I need from you is a list of names in order of importance.
No one knows who the big shot is. Everyone just calls him the Red Goblin.
Is it an actual goblin or is it a code name?
Oh
Looks-
no, is it the
Oh,
Looks
please.
awful durable. Looks really durable. Real durable to be a regular goblin. I've seen him shrug off things that would kill an orc.
How about a ghost strangling the life out of him?
This isn't that thing that happened before. I thought that was dead.
I really hope it's not the fucking kettle goblin. I swear.
The baby that
Han.
got boiled.
Do you ask that?
Is it? Yeah, sure.
Is it the one from the caves?
Did you have?
No,
is
the big. You realize the Greenfoot tribe, that's just something they do, right? They have Krynos form. It's a genetic quirk of theirs. It's a defense mechanism.
Oh, didn't know that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
So-
not them. They're dumb as a box of hammers. I don't think they ever progress past like the mental age of 3. It's human years. But yes, mate, that we don't ever meet the big shot. We've seen a few as envoys, and all of them can walk off pretty much anything.
Here's the thing, Dave. We could have left you with that big hammer wound in your head to bleed out. But how about instead assist us in figuring out what's going on?
If you can get me another reincarnation, I'll do whatever you want. I want out of this
think
body.
that's fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do that.
I said back in the day, well, I'll do whatever. And they hung me out to dry back in the day. If you can sort that out for me, even the promise of it is enough for me to help you out. I don't like goblins. Never did. Being one was some kind of ironic hell from the gods for all I know.
If it's a deal you want,
It would be greatly appreciated.
teleports right back, then I will make a deal with you. But if you screw us, I'm going to let them eat you.
I used to be a halfling, not a gnome. I
I'm
don't
not-
do double crosses. That's why I brought paperwork. He'll motion towards his spare copy of the paperwork.
Can I see the? Yeah, I'm right in front of him, so it's like I just put my hand out and look at the paperwork because I don't think
I'll give you the short and long of it. The short and long of it is
I didn't see it
it
before.
designates the Goblin Revolutionary Committee as a separate sovereign domestic territory within Lycia's border, and it demands restitution and a court case to cover the restitution of basically your party's war crimes.
War crimes.
It's
To be
you
fair.
can guffaw, but to be fair,
Elutum
Alright.
and Machwar are just going to generally look over all of you with a general "Are you serious?" face, as in, "Do you think you haven't been committing war crimes?"
I know.
There's,
I know.
by the way,
face.
there's crime scene photos.
So I was looking over the. I'll pocket the documents. For
There's a good
reference later.
difference between a war crime and shock and awe, right?
Right.
Dave's got a
yeah.
pretty ironclad case against most of you.
Okay, well, here's what I have a pretty ironclad case against Dave is that all of your comrades are dead or dying, so you can work with us or you can go in the bag.
He's
Again.
not going in the bag.
Again, I will say this: he's not using this as leverage against you. By the looks of things, the court case is not actually against any of you; it is against your respective guilds.
Ah.
It looks the way this is worded, it's a civil case. It seems to purely be a. Okay, does anyone have any kind of knowledge barrister or any kind of barristry knowledge?
No, I don't know.
Legal
I mean,
knowledge, knowledge and ability, history.
Yeah, I have knowledge ability.
Would
Not
linguistics
points in
work
it, but
to understand what it means?
What was it? Linguistics? Yes, linguistics would work.
Oh, that's
Check if you
horrible.
can build your
Roll that d10,000, please. Oh, by the way,
oof.
Han, your
Yes.
effect for your last nat 1 roll was whenever you're angry, it makes you want to cast spells.
Also, would knowledge history work?
Yes.
All right, I'll do that.
23
Damn,
Oh god,
linguistics.
damn.
Oh, it's been a good day for these.
Sure has been. You got a
That was
bunch
bad.
of. You got two 10,000s to deal with, plus everything else.
Okay, Almond, you have the choice between someone nearby is said to be the last prophet of a dying religion, or nearest sunken continent rises to the surface for 3d12 months.
What was the
Oh,
second
what?
one?
Nearest sunken continent rises to the surface for 3d12 months.
Oh, that one's
Number
way
two
cooler.
is-
I will stress, if you choose that one, there will be tidal issues.
Oh.
How close are we to the coast?
Also, the first one was
We
kind
are
of
on an
You're on an
island.
island, it's all coast.
We're on a small island.
I would personally suggest someone nearby is the prophet, but that's just me. I'm not going to twist your arm.
Oh,
Bill, remember that guy?
I'll be fine. The rest of you won't be.
Fine, just hold your breath.
Okay. As you confer that, Aiden, you have a choice as
Yeah.
well. You can either have a summon effect, or you can have a healing effect. Which would you prefer?
This is your chance, Aiden. This is your chance. Summon
Heal
effect.
summon.
Summon.
Okay, what you could have had was target can heal themselves, but is 5% likely to die each time. That's what you could have had.
Oof.
What you
Jeez.
did instead have is target disgorges 1d1000 bats.
What?
Roll 1d1000.
So
These
I
bats are
throw
gonna
up
have a rough time with
1,000
it.
bats?
1d1000.
It's gonna look like a fucking
624.
Wuhan Vietnam.
Oh, sorry, I don't know what I ate.
It's just a swarm of bats just as Aiden
Somebody getting
yawns
flash
or
boiled
something.
by the rain.
Oh, it's 2019 all over again.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Did you-
guessing did it just go up
No.
and fly up and get flash boiled by the freaking rain?
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, it's now bat soup in this region. Everything
Lamar.
smells of burning rat.
Look, okay, Neri doesn't understand what just happened, but we'll say to
Dave
to
is fucking terrified.
I will say to Dave.
What did
look,
you mean by this?
Look, Dave, there is a. I don't really no. Neri will pretend like she knows what's happening, no, she doesn't. There is plenty of food for you to take back to the Goblin Cave, but I want you to be our eyes and ears and figure out who's running the show. Just pick up all these dead bats. There, you got plenty of food for goblins. I know you're not picky, generally
No.
speaking.
Now
I
hold
would-
on now. He's not going anywhere. In fact,
No?
he's going to help fix this mess.
What? That's why I thought he should be a spy.
He's not going to be a spy until he survives this. Motioning
Oh.
to burning rain, and we need to make sure he lives. And because you decided to make it a deal, rattling his soul lock, now I have to deal with this!
What? I
Lamar
don't think it's.
Cope.
What's the problem?
You
I
make
don't
a
see the
deal.
problem.
Neri, and his eyes will turn blue. You just made a deal with a person on my behalf. Do you know what happens if I don't keep my side of a deal?
Well, I didn't think I was making it on your behalf. I thought well, I mean, us
Again,
as a group, but
like I'm going to be quite reasonable about this. I'm not looking to screw you guys over. I want out of this situation too.
Could I use my wand of disrupt dead to like stop the mod? Disrupt undead. Sorry.
while all this is happening, there's just bats falling from
I
the
shot him with a
sky.
9mm. It couldn't have killed him.
Hey,
I'm
look,
not
it's
trying-
only 1d6 damage. I can do.
Oh, man, I'm not trying to make a deal for you. I'll put it all on me, okay? This is my deal with the little guy. You don't have to. He seems reasonable. We've given him plenty of bat flesh to eat.
But I'll say this: returning to the knowledges that were rolled. Oh my god,
Okay.
you couldn't even fucking buy a good roll, could you?
I have
We
a
got 23 in there. We got 23. There's 23, which is 23. That linguistics is going to save you. This civil case had no chance of actually doing anything. You can't have a civil case for a war crime.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
But what it would have done is it would have been a back way to establish the Goblin Revolutionary Committee as a political entity.
So it's basically like a Corsus Belli.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means.
It would have made it so that no one could have killed Dave out of hand like you can with most goblins, because he would have been considered a sovereign citizen within the nation. Not of this nation, but in the territory. The entire court case would have been a farce, purely to make it so, by looks of things, he could survive long enough to get citizenship again.
Hmm.
You know what,
It's
Dave,
actually an
I-
astute piece of chicanery.
Can't
You
we just
suspect that-
Why
find
did
him a
the
wife?
goblins? Why did the goblins have somebody how do they have access to a barrister who's able to write something like?
As was iterated earlier, Dave used to be a halfling and was reincarnated as a goblin.
Okay,
Can't
so
we
this was
just
his
find
work.
him a wife so he can get a green card?
No,
Dave?
because he was married previously, and she's still divorcing him because
Mother.
he's a goblin now. That's kind of a deal breaker for some people,
Oh.
as he lost his personhood.
Terrible.
Do you
quite
think
understand-
the mages have transmutation stuff to turn him back into a halfling?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or like flesh crafting, I don't know.
If you can get even a greater hat disguise, which would be quite pricey, but it would do the job.
That's nice.
So,
I think for
which of us is a member of the Mages Guild?
I don't think any of us.
None.
Ah,
So,
the Sir.
Lamarck's
LG
literally around
man.
the corner smoking a
Lamarck.
joint. Like,
Lamarck,
sorry,
do you think
sorry. He'll stub out his cigarette into a little tin and put it in his pocket.
his special cigarette?
Sorry.
Do you think you could potentially offer something to Dave here in terms of getting him changed back into a halfling, or at least giving him a reincarnation spell so that he, if he does die, doesn't come back so that he does come back and hopefully not as a goblin?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, he'll kind of meander over. I'm just going to do over here because he's smaller than Lamarck. Problem is going to be quite difficult. Reincarnation requires, it requires that he actually die, and he's troll-blooded, so he's very difficult to kill.
Okay, so given that it's difficult for him to die,
I know someone who can do this.
Eris will just turn
Well, I
to
will need time.
Baz. Who
I mean,
just
do you
kills
know
a
someone who could just-
troll.
could just turn him back into a halfling.
I know of one group who can, but they're the only ones who can. Reincarnating someone who's already alive is very difficult indeed. Also,
This could
Is
work
there
out
trying to transmute? Yeah, there's a kind of
legality.
transmutation could work to make
We
him not
could
a goblin.
We could RoboCop him.
Yeah, we can rebuild him.
There was a guy who was
Shrek
making
Nova.
golems out of some in another town. Remember, he was building them automatons and shit.
Anything as long as I'm not a goblin anymore.
Well,
I
Lamarck,
hate these people.
what's the group you were referring to?
Well, they're a little suspect, to be perfectly honest, but I can speak to a few people with Druid Circle and see if I can have them look at him.
Great, wonderful.
Th-
Can
Does
we hurry
that
this up?
does that sound agreeable to you, Dave, to try and helping us collapse this
As
goblin
long as they're not
empire
actual
stuff?
druids, right? Not actual druids, like the he makes a bunch of like motions with his hands that all look like violent actions being done to him. It's like not those druids, right? Oh no, sorry, turn the phrase. There are essentially nature casters. It's a small group. It's not. I wouldn't want to use the term cult, but they specialize in reincarnation magic specifically. But I'll need to pull a few strings, I'm afraid. It will take me time, but we can achieve it, I reckon.
Eris
It
will
sounds
also
like
gather more algae.
It sounds like a you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours, etc. kind of deal. Dave clearly doesn't like being a goblin. We'll see what we can do for him, and in exchange, Dave, you'll spy for us.
Great, sounds like a wonderful deal. However, in the meanwhile, Lamar, can you please go find a boat and quiver for this man? Dave, guess what you're going to be doing for the rest of this invasion?
What are you? What?
Lark will literally just reach under his jacket and pull out a very, very, well, I had to put it nicely, a very nasty looking folding crossbow.
And if you do anything to shoot us, I'm going to eat you, soul and all.
I would like to
Yeah, he's
use
not
my
joking about
wand
that
of
one, by the
disrupt
way.
undead on that note. Just like I cannot like give a slap on the wrist, but I can use my wand, okay?
Don't
Goodness,
worry, I'm
just-
not looking to start fights with anyone. I just give me the crossbow.
I make
Good.
him a papoose.
I really don't like these things. I'm more of a sling man myself, but you know, any port and storm.
Didn't we get
Unfortunately, you don't
slings
have
from
these.
the dragon scouts? All of us, basically.
I think we
Those
did.
were kendo weapons, not halfling.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. But it was dragon scouts.
Like Dave was many things. He was not. If he ended up being a kendo, that might be the one thing worse than being a goblin.
Yes,
God.
but can he use the sling staff?
Not the sling staff, no. But he can use a halfling. He could use a halfling sling staff back when he was the right shape, but his body has changed drastically. Galarian goblins are really fucked up looking. They're just they're basically 3 rows of teeth and an asshole, nothing else.
Can I offer him my light wooden quick draw shield for the moment, in case anything happens?
Thank you. He'll kind of prop it up underneath the crossbow. Kind of a Giselle setup.
Lovely,
Good.
wonderful. Are we all done here?
I think we're done. I will pat Dave on the head, send him on his way.
Just in from Wicked Erebus, $20, saying, "Here's the evolution for Aiden. I'll let her and Bill work out which one."
Oh no. Okay. Thank you, Wicked Erebus, I think. I'm a little afraid. I'm not sure what that means.
I have the feeling we're gonna become a wandering animal shelter soon enough. We already have a cat, several cum beasts, and other witchlights, but still.
Well, there's always cum beasts about. No.
True.
After we
Everywhere you
finish
go.
business with Dave, teleport back to Irene. Are you hungry?
Steve Rick. Okay, I'm try and move the bearings. Barely gotten started. It's a bit early days yet.
More concerned with your energy for killing than you becoming a quester.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine for now. She'll take out a flask of something appears to be steaming hot and drinks it.
Fine.
This is a light day.
Whatever gets us through this. Lamarck has supplies in case you get hungry.
I don't know why you just like treating her like a Pokemon, just like, oh, you're losing HP. Here, take this health potion.
Shoves 3 rare candies into her mouth.
In short answer, yes. All of you are Pokemon.
We
to
aren't
me.
playing Pokemon right now?
Well,
I'm
then.
playing Pokemon. Technically, it's Shining Force, but yes. Also, we need to leave.
Why?
No,
The
I'm
city's on
talking to
fire.
Irene. The city's on fire.
Well, yeah, but
I
I
think
thought
Where
there
is
was
under
a thing
control.
where we were gonna continue into the next area. Anyway,
Yes.
so
Oh, okay.
That's one thing to Irene.
If people want to convey themselves into a little grid here.
I shall have Albert. Boop. It's over here. I'm gonna have aneurysm. Mark, join us. Also,
There's
don't
a
forget
train
the
going.
snail.
Oh, it's a train. Okay.
I don't know if the black cat joined you.
By black cat, you mean the the lost cat? Yeah.
Besides that, Dave.
Yeah, Dave. Or is Dave going off and doing his own thing? Or is he coming with us?
Dave should come with us, so he lives.
That's true. Okay, yeah. Alright, Dave, you're coming with us.
Eris will grab, like, probably some scrap cloth that they've grabbed along the way and make him a little bandana so we don't kill him.
Oh, okay,
Make
yeah.
him a little papoose.
Oh!
Just wrap him around myself.
Just, you're gonna...
Use him as a turret.
Baz, yeah, just put him in a little papoose on your back. There you go.
Baz, I will remind you that your helmet has like a hat built in. That is a perfect place that would fit a goblin.
Excellent.
Basically got a turret.
Hell yeah.
Like
yeah,
the
and then you can sit
castle
on top
term.
of your...
We've
Yeah,
got
you can
another
sit on top of
Master
your-
Blaster situation.
Yeah, you can sit
You
on
have
top of your... Master...
I mean, this
Just
time, okay,
fire his
for
fucking
reference,
crossbow.
Han also runs an occasional game where we play Dark Sun, in which my Thrycreen has a pet goblin he has strapped to his chest with a colossal fucking crossbow strapped in his arms. And the result is like one of the most nightmarish setups possible. What does the general mean? The goblinification makes it better. No, cease. Also, I will need clarification on the evolution because I've probably forgotten because I'm hopped up in caffeine. But just shoot me a message and I'll refresh my memory. Okay, in the meantime, I believe that brings us over to the next map, and I've accidentally brought you in too high up. Okay. The advantage of daytime missions is that I don't have to worry about lighting because it runs like shit on Roll20. Okie dokie. Just shove you over yonder and move you across on the tab. Welcome to map 2.
Oh.
So you've reached the inner harbour.
Well, things aren't
Some of the
looking great.
canals. Okay.
Also, just in from Captain, $20 saying Aiden's turn.
What?
I do not know what it means.
You got some loot on your way.
Ah.
I shall sort that out momentarily. In the interest of keeping the old thing going. You notice that on the way through, there's someone's left some washing out on a line.
Is for you guys, is like it really blurry, the map?
It'll take a while to load in.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I might have to reload Roll20 if it takes too long.
Where's this wash line?
Oh, there
Just
you
a
go.
big, oversized tunic. Just.
Or I'm guessing we're able to see the fires that appear to be occurring in the rest of the part of the town?
There has been everywhere, so it would be also
Yeah,
just
true.
safe to assume that there's fires
Yeah.
going on.
Bill, does this tunic look particularly fancy?
Looks pretty fancy. Yeah, I don't resave this because it's a WebP.
Ugh.
I do have a conversion extension on my thing, but I can't.
Copy
I was
image
so
into
happy.
Discord and download it from Discord. It'll be a JPEG.
I was so
Or PNG.
happy. I found.
I
you know,
tried to, and it still
You need an
saves
extension.
WebP.
I was so happy
Yeah,
that the other day I
operates a
saw
bit fuzzy.
I saw a version of the meme. You know, like the UN meme where it's like the meme of what is it like? Oh, the UN's coming to get me. You know, I hate the Antichrist. I hate the Antichrist. But it was just I hate WebP.
Oh,
I hate
shit.
WebP. I hate WebP.
I accidentally exited out. Fucking Opera. Quick tabs.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Give me
no.
a second, boys and girls. I'll be right
The
back.
GM is not there. Quick.
Post Fat
Quick,
Beagle.
cause havoc.
Quick, roll random things.
Alright, let's go.
45. What's
Go
going
ahead.
on?
I'll bet
I
you're
guarantee
all
if I roll something random, it'll be another like nat
I got
20.
I got 30. Wait, I rolled 45 and I got 35.
I am a disabled device. It's not that I'm disabling something, I just that I am a disabled device. There we go.
Is that the new keyword for women? Disabled devices?
Ooh, dab. Yes,
Eh.
true.
So what do we call trans people?
Nice.
Disconnected
Not
devices?
a topic for
This is
today's.
Susan-
It'll be
this is
something
Susan's
for
platform.
tomorrow's stream.
Not something we can talk about on Susan's platform.
Oh, well,
thank you, Susan.
I'm
for your
gonna
wonderful
roll
platform.
Here is the tunic.
Nice.
On an unrelated note.
Syndrome down.
Han, I believe that is for you. Han?
It's well drawn.
You say
Does
that,
it look
but
sized for a troll though?
no, it seems like it's sized. It, judging by the myriad of,
Probably fit in it. You squeeze into it, you know what I mean?
it seems the way it's got some like contusions around the waist. It looks like it's been worn as like a full body dress and then belted.
Mm.
Because there's like
Good choice.
deformations in the cloth.
Good choice.
So it's really big then, right? So you could probably
Yes.
fit in it.
This is the loot
Put
they
on the
gave to you,
dress.
Aiden.
Oh. Put on that dress, Aiden.
Oh, to me. Oh. Well, if Neri has been given given a dress, I guess I'll
Does it come
flip
with
it
the
on.
belt?
I'm hoping with the belt because I also I'm very short, so I'm assuming that like it's not too long.
Oh god, XXL, yeah, no, that shit's probably gonna go to your
It's
knees
a
or
burqa.
further down.
Gonna grab it from the clothesline, fold it up, throw it at Neri, and say, "Think fast."
She'll catch it and then be like, comfortable piece of attire. Like the slogan on front. She'll just. What's it in Syndrome down? What was up?
Syndrome down, money up.
Money up. All right.
There is a handout for it.
While Neri is doing her pretty woman, going to ask Lamarck, scout out the area immediately.
Excellent. Okay.
Probably all of us should maybe make check with us to see what's going on. I don't know. Yeah.
Lamarck will do it for us.
I got you a vape so you wouldn't smoke and fucking blow out my vocal cords. Fuck off for that shit. No, I'm meant to be smoking in the house.
Wow.
Oh, dang it.
There goes another one.
There goes another one.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Oh, that's a very high
Oh.
number.
I don't
Sweet.
like
Yeah.
that.
Lower in our house worth.
See, Aiden wasn't here last stream, so she doesn't know about Lamarck's special ability.
Yes, still, we will roll perception too.
Well, Neri tried to
16.
perceive things and instead just kind of like looked at the
Ooh,
floor.
that's a bad one. Ooh.
Oh, no. Don't I usually get a choice?
Well, one is
it a fun
non-applicable.
one? Wait,
Okie doke.
how is it not applicable?
Because it literally. Okay, this is the. I'm just gonna post across which one, the one that is occurring. Unfortunately, the other one is not applicable in this system. Unfortunately.
Oh. So what happens?
I'm scared. Yet I want to know.
Next fire start in an area summons a costal 16 hit dice fire elemental.
Well, about
But there's
that.
fires. Are there already fires going? So does it?
Is that
There's already a
done?
fire elemental.
He gets a
So
friend.
they'll summon another one.
It's
Let
just
me just double
twins.
check how big that is. I get the feeling it's pretty sizable.
16 hits. What the fuck?
That's a lot of health.
Here's the more important question.
I
Is
just
it
hear
already
how loud
hostile to all creatures or only to the party?
Maybe we can make friends with it. Because I don't think we can kill something like that.
We don't need to kill it. We just need to
Exactly.
move away from it and let it kill everyone in
That's
the
an
area.
elder fire elemental. That's the bad one.
I just see Grunt saying, bro, this town is gone.
Okay, for reference, an elder fire elemental is huge.
Mhm.
Is that 3x3 or 4x4?
3x3. I'm
3x3.
zooming that out.
For the sake of
Yay!
maybe surviving a bit better, can we just consider that one that was there to be the one?
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you, Bill.
What if elementals speak again?
They have an elemental language each. This one would speak Ignan.
Damn it.
I don't have that.
Sounds like why I get called on Twitter.
But does like Celestial go into that direction?
Should I say that again, please?
Celestial sheep.
Celestial.
Would not work, I'm afraid. Ignan is its own beast.
Ancient
What also a
Pathfinder?
pressing concern is this,
Oh no. What
which
is
you can now
Basilisk.
see.
Big
Not a regular
lizard.
basilisk. It's a lot larger than the last one,
Yeah.
and you can see its handiwork. The canal is on fire,
Yeah.
and you can see as it's kind of its face is warped. It's like its features are smoothed down. It looks more like a giant skink. And you notice though that as it moves, its hands don't look like its rear legs like a gecko's, but one of its hands is a hand. It looks like a person's hand. Its
Oh,
mouth
weird.
is kind of just, its jaw is like lolling around. It's dripping burning fuel from its mouth, and the entire area in front of him is just engulfed it in a massive cone of flame.
How far away is it from us in a straight line?
You can use the ruler tool.
70 feet.
If anyone wants to roll any kind of knowledge checks about anything on the screen,
Yeah.
feel free.
Can I hit it with my longbow?
Please do not hit it with the longbow and alert
It is
to
in
our
range,
presence.
okay?
So
And so you should alert it to our
say,
presence before we're ready to fight?
Now, to be fair, she asked, is she capable of hitting it with longbow?
Mind you, there's also
Yes.
a building.
Oh, that's an alleyway. You can get down.
Yeah,
there.
I would have
And
to
You can also get.
this
You
way.
can get on the roof, or you can get onto the. Little
I'm not saying
bay
I
here.
will.
The bigger issue is that it can set water on fire.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big
Nice.
issue. A couple things. Okay. What I want to do, in terms of what would be an appropriate knowledge check on this,
Arcana.
local. You don't have Arcana.
Not local. Arcana or Dungeoneering.
Geography, history is what. And ability.
Not one of those I've read. Look. Currently looking at planes, Arcana, Dungeoneering, Psionics to an extent.
Can I sense motive on it? That is
You
it
may.
being like the
You can try
other
and
one?
You can try and get like a sense motive can always be used to try and ascertain like the intentions of a creature.
Right, because like the other one didn't seem to. The other basilisk didn't seem to actually want to be involved with this. So, oh dang it!
Rolled again. Here we go again. Let's see if we can get another fire elemental.
Oh!
The last
Another
match
big
didn't
number.
want to get involved in anything because it was prevented from doing anything.
No, but it was
Ooh.
friendly.
It was only friendly because it was disabled.
No, it was friendly when I talked to it.
After it was made to not move.
Okay. Do we want to gamble or do we want it to be really bad? That's your two options.
Gamble over being really
Gamble.
bad.
Okay,
Wait,
because the
is-
one you could have got was for 1d4 days, all fires lit nearby are hot enough to melt steel.
Oh god.
That would be a problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, on the plus side, the plan of disturbance thing, I will need will saves from everyone.
Also had a 15 with sense motive. I don't know if it'll do
Hey.
anything.
No, take the first
Oh,
one because I
jeez.
clicked it and it didn't respond, and so that's why I clicked it twice.
I mean, the
So-
first will is a nat 20,
Yeah,
so...
first,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Look on the bright side, that nat one is now out of the pool, and I'm not going to count it.
Well, I
Thank
literally
you.
like it didn't
Thank you,
respond.
Aiden. Very
so, like,
cool.
Oh, okay, I'm
Sorry.
glad you didn't roll that one because it would have been really, really bad. Because the result you got was all
by
within
the way-
6. Oh, yeah.
I would like to expend martial focus to take it 13 for a total of 23 on this.
Okay.
Also, Captain asked if we're in Ohio. Yes.
I think Ohio came to us, though.
Yeah.
Aiden's luck is in Ohio.
Those at home, he's allowed to make that check.
He is from there, I believe.
He's from.
Legal reasons, this is alleged.
I like the fact that we can now say that someone has been claimed by Ohio.
Okay, it's funny you should say that because here's the result of the chart. All within 60 yards save or teleport to the negative material plane.
What?
Yeah, say that again.
Everyone in 60 yards, which is about 180 feet, have to save or get teleport or get plane shifted to the negative material plane, not the shadow plane, the negative material plane.
So we're getting
AKA,
negative damage?
if you're not undead, you get bad news bears to death. Everyone has to roll. I set the DC low because I was horrified that someone might roll a 1. Thankfully, the only one we've seen so far
Is a misclick.
is a misclick.
Also, just in from Zalmas, $20 saying, armor lock Carl for the ear rape. Oh, well, as he said, ear ape.
I
Ear
laughed because she rolled both great and
It was
It
very loud.
was a bit of an auditory flashbang. Actually.
Yeah, it was very loud.
Okay, so luckily the only victim is one of these well disguised orc shamans who has now found himself in a very hostile place. As the negative material plane is basically a place where you're not undead, you've got about half a round before you turn to dust.
We're gonna call it the
Oh,
bone
dear God.
zone.
Basically, the bone
The
zone is a
bone
separate place.
zone.
The bone zone's a far nicer place to live. The negative energy zone is just like let's put it this way: if you open a rift to the negative energy plane, it's a level 10 spell and kills everything within 25 miles.
Screaming Star Wars Yoda, Lego Yoda.
Oh, I can't do the voice right now. I'm too fucking bunged up.
There it is, Bill.
That was difficult to do.
Cough.
Yeah, because you are smoking upstairs,
Rude.
which you're not meant to be doing in the house. Fuck you. Take my advice. It's a gentlemen at home, boys and girls. If they start smoking, just run those hoes out of the house. I'm just telling you.
What even is armor lock? Do I care?
Armor lock. That's actually an excellent question. I'll ask Thomas for clarification in a moment. Because that could be a few things. Okay. Yeah, is it back? Yeah, this is what were you even looking up? This is the problem with the Nat 1 chart. It can get a bit sporadic.
Slightly.
Okay, we've got planes. Okay, yeah, that's fucking bad. Unsurprisingly.
Yeah. Do we actually see it from all the way over there?
Uh,
Several buildings. in the
Lamarck's
way?
got eyes on it, which means you guys have got eyes on
Got it.
Mm.
it. But that thing with the sense motive, unfortunately, is not going to be good enough to tell.
What does
what's going
20 on
there.
knowledge plane say about the basilisk?
It shows science mutation. It's not regular. It appears to have once been a Dracolisk.
What is a Dracolisk?
A Dracolisk is a basilisk with dragon blood.
Okay.
Now,
See.
Mm.
I say used to be because it is badly warped. It looks like someone drew it from memory.
Oof.
Its bones don't fit together right. It's actively dry heat, like the act of using that breath weapon. It's vomiting up half spent fuel that is dribbling onto the floor and burning, and it's got the visible chunks of its flesh scorched off. Like around its mouth is completely crackled and black.
Does it seem to be a magical effect or more of like a biochemical effect?
The way it's been changed doesn't seem like it's a simple case of surgery. You wouldn't get a smooth finish like you'd have to have a gander at it closer, but it doesn't look. It looks like almost like a polymorph effect of some kind.
Would Eris offer bring there as Baz looked through the troll? Would she? Can she take the guess that it's similar to what the troll had to go through, or was created through?
It does seem to be somewhat similar. At least that you had to guess. It's been warped, and this thing is. Its suffering is audible. You can hear it howling. It sounds like a. Best way to describe it. It's got a droning noise to it. It's breathing like it's like it's trying to talk. It's like it's trying to breathe with a ruptured lung.
Shit, I have an idea. Let me have a look.
More
How
importantly, what
open is
armor
its mouth, by the way?
Pardon?
How open is its mouth as it's breathing?
It doesn't seem to be able to shut it properly.
Oof.
Interesting. I still need to know what armor lock is.
Armor lock. It's a similar principle to last session where you're trapped in the body. In this case, it is related to the armor. It's reference to Halo, apparently.
I don't wear armor.
Lamarck does.
But I'm not
Oh.
in Lamarck's body.
You were trapped from the last session, if you recall.
He said that I wasn't allowed to speak through people.
I believe that was
simply used-
another one as well. But you were also one of the wishes was you're trapped in the body that you're currently inhabiting.
Which was Lamarck. I negotiated down from not being able to talk. I believe not being able to talk was floated as a possibility, and we ended up just going with currently one of your possessions needs to be Lamarck for the duration. So I think this is just an extension, which doesn't make sense because you haven't been ousted from him yet. I'm going to tell you, Lamarck's physiognomy means that you're basically going to have to be not exorcised from him, but you're going to need someone to have a look at you to get you out. Just something that would have happened either way, to be honest. Lamarck's a bit sticky when it comes to possession. Certain people, there are a couple of types of people who end up being that way.
Is this because of the fungus?
Yeah, after certain people, like you take too much DMT, you get machine elves. Some people, you take too many shrooms and you end up being like a ghost trap on legs.
Interesting.
There's so much fungus in this man that it's like being in one of those mannequin things that ghosts use.
Mycelium.
I'll be that in there. What was I? Okay. We're not going to enter initiative yet because you're currently still stealthed. However, I will start an initiative.
All right.
Everyone roll their initiative.
There
Clan Irene will be
goes.
on the party on our Ghostly Friends initiative. Black Cat won't get a initiative.
I rolled a awfully
Oop.
high. I did not prepare for this.
Oh wait.
Can I go through again?
Not gonna lie, that last one
Did
actually
everyone
took out some
forget to
people.
click their tokens?
Say that again.
No,
Yeah,
my,
it's like my ruler.
Roll20 just like being really laggy.
Yeah, it does it occasionally. Okay. Congratulations, Almond. Your teeth glow in the dark.
But they
I
already glowed
see.
in the dark.
Part
And
of
now
the
they're extra
CIA.
glowy. Your teeth have become a member of a federal agency.
That teeth. Okay.
Okey-dokey. Who else do I want? I'm going to quickly refresh to be safe. The D10,000 chart has been on the fucking rampage today. It really has.
Aiden's bad luck is contagious.
I guess so.
Oh, don't worry. One day you'll get a chance to game alongside Saucy, the walking chaos engine. Man, that man brings a special kind of luck to the table.
We should have him as a guest at some point.
It's okay. He can be one of the ghosts that Elmon brings back into the fold. Considering that last time he showed up, he got shot.
The ghost of Razorland.
I was doing the thing where it like hangs off the end. And... Okay, let's see. Comes on 5. How would it count itself? I think my all. Why has my jukebox cacked itself?
Hmm.
Oh.
Is it playing for anyone else?
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I've had Roll20 muted this whole time.
Oh,
It
it's
is
playing
playing
for
for me.
Oh. Oh, I probably had Roll20 muted as well.
So it's not. So it's just me. It's not playing for.
I apologize
it's
for
not
the
me.
lack of background music. I had a
4
different
layers.
D&D game in between
4
this.
layer.
Yeah, 4 layers of music. Well, now you hear it.
Damn, I've got a good initiative for us. Okay, I'll even that all day until combat is joined. Okay. And of course, marks. Yep, that's about right. Don't even need to reorganize it. Okay. The initiative is just perfunctory at the moment. Please let me know what you plan to do. Restart Roll20 again.
Preparing an additional action of Shadow Trap for a total of 2 prepared actions. Another action of True Strike, another action of Web, another action of Engineering Strike, and 2 additional casts of Web.
I'd like to ask Mr. Chubbs to be supportive for this, as it's just panic.
There. He will pat his little froggy feet on your head, try and calm you down. How much help do you think you're going to need here?
Not quite sure how much just yet, but would be good to have you on call.
Sorry, was that those last 2 words?
It would be good to have you on call.
Don't worry, I'll be right here.
She will tap his head back. It's like with a finger, just like tap tap.
So Chubbs will be on call if you want, for all your packed magic needs, should the need arise.
Very cool.
Is there any particular reconnaissance or prep you wish to do, or do you want to just run in all guns blazing? What's the
How
plan?
attentive does the basilisk seem?
Roll me a heal check.
Can I assist?
Yes, perception checks are also allowed. I'm going to put on something in the background at my end to try and numb the crushing silence.
Look.
16 heal.
20.
I'm aiding Buzz.
Okay. The basilisk's eyes are quite like milky and grey. It's received an awful lot of injuries purely from using its breath weapon.
Oh.
You notice that the coloration is also wrong. This is a blue-scaled Dracolesk. It should be breathing lightning, not fire.
No wonder it's burning itself up then.
Yeah, it's immune to lightning. It's not immune to fire at all.
And someone really rolled on the random sound chart. Hey, that's something we can try out again. What's the worst that could happen?
A lot.
Well,
The mutation. Oh, say which chart did you say? Did you say mutation table or?
oh no, just have the lamentation, the summon chart on hand. If
Oh, the
possible.
lamentations ones. Yeah, I do have that.
Good. There might be a chance I'll be using
Let me
it.
dig it out. Lamentation.
Not
I have the,
immediately, but
I will start swinging the rope
hold
trick
on.
in the same arc as before to begin the windmill rotation to launch the dead corpses across the river.
would this massive water area count as a lake?
Yes, it is basically a non-flowing
Then one of
set
my
creeks.
curses kicks in, the one that will spawn tentacles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Next
Shit.
lake has tentacles.
Righty dokie. Okay, let me find some artwork for that one. God damn, this fucking town can't catch a break. Do I
And
have
So
any
would I be
horribly
allowed,
looking things?
due to the thing appearing because of me, that I can talk to it before anything happens? As I do have Abyssal. So I'll assume it does.
What if we drag the basilisk into the canals?
I mean...
It looks like it can't close its mouth, so it would drown really fast.
Insert hand
I
laughing.
don't see the problem with that.
Pardon me.
I
Okay,
apologize
so-
for remembering that a tentacle monster has to be summoned now.
Is it hostile? Or is
This
it
isn't
Bruh.
this isn't tentacles, but it's adjacent. This'll do.
Let's see.
It's fine. It's a biblically accurate tentacle monster.
It's more concerning.
with or without Avoposter?
Something more dangerous than Ovipositor.
Oh
A
god.
gun. And a baby. A baby wielding a gun.
45
Oh, hang on.
ECP.
Because I don't make 46. Hang on, let me double check. Can I upload something real quick?
Oh no.
Okay, is that still a thing you can do? Yes, you can. Yes. Hang on, let me find this real fast. Talk amongst yourselves momentarily.
So how's it going?
We're
Oh, I
raiding a
see.
city, and I'm currently dealing with the problems of dealing with you.
Errors will
What if
tell
we
you to cope.
harpoon? What if we harpoon the basilisk, and then just all collectively drag it into the lake or the canals?
Okay.
We could just rope trick it.
I was gonna have a thing where it was like Gabriel from Ultra Kills voice actor saying "fucking die," but I don't have that, so I'm still gonna go with this classic.
Huh? It was very quiet.
Just reset the volume. That's why.
Carl, would Amon be able to drag the basilisk in through rope trick?
Yes.
If so, while it's falling in, I'm just gonna throw some sneezing powder at him. So that the
I
drowning.
want to do some setup because now the biblically accurate tentacle monster has cruised in because someone just set fire to his house.
Could I, having probably seen it come over, like, from here, just like... Could I have been able to see it?
You notice that a lot of screaming and expletives in Celestial are coming from this well.
I shall go over there, as I can speak Celestial.
I'll also go over there because I can also speak Celestial.
Yet, you're bound to a body.
Who in the fuck set fire to my house?
Sir? We know who. Would you like to know who? We'd need some help.
Yeah, shove it up, motherfucker!
Where are they, so I can point you towards them?
Sorry, could you repeat that last bit, please? I'm getting a lot of audio problems at my end.
Where are they, so I can show you towards him?
I'm under the wharf!
Oh, you know the one, stone bridge just across? He also
Fucking knew that was
ruined
gonna be a problem
it.
when they built it.
He also ruined it. He's more to the... Aerosol thing from what? To the right of it. He's currently there.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
I'm debating if I want to aid her or not.
Could I instead use linguistics? As I'm talking Celestial.
You may use whichever social skill you feel will be appropriate, but I'll be setting DCs as also as appropriate.
Social
keep in
skill.
mind-
Oh god. All of my
Yes.
shit.
Guess who has the highest roll in diplomacy?
A copium. Let me think first. I know using intimidate would be rude, so I won't. Well, I would like to ask Mr. Chubbs for help on my diplomacy roll.
Okay.
Bonuses
much do
on
you
your
think you
end? Well, I'm not the best of speaking, you see. I have
Was
a
it-
+1 on diplomacy.
Roll it. We'll see how much of a nudge you need in the right direction.
Quite a bit of a
A lot.
nudge.
118
Put
hope
me
for
up.
nudge.
Put me on the lip of the well.
Oh, okay. I shall carefully grab Mr. Chubbs and sit him down.
There's this horrid smile on his little face.
Oh no.
He'll then say something, and it doesn't so much reverberate as a word as it reverberates as a feeling behind the eyes. And then Chubbs will quite happily hop back onto your arm, crawl up on top of your head, and rest.
I will pet his head. Thank you. She doesn't know what happened.
Roll the diplomacy check once more, please.
Oh god, okay.
Do I need to roll to aid her again?
Yes, please.
Also, just in Joker with now probably the equivalent of $50, saying, "I'm adding a merchant to this game. I will message Bill the details in DMs."
Uh-oh.
May the gods have mercy upon us
Actually
all.
interesting. Thanks, Joker.
I apologize for
27.
sniffly noise.
Who the fuck are you guys?
We came in onto this island only recently. We're helping
Island
with
here.
the island, or like the town here. There's people that want to try and hurt the people and destroy things. It's been a lot.
Yeah, they're usually called foreigners.
Yeah, the green ones, the small green ones. They've not been nice.
They invaded the town. They put up some fucked up animated basilisk to burn the bridge, and it burned your house. And it was put up to it by that giant elder elemental over there. You should go fuck him up.
I ain't putting up with that shit. I'm gonna go kick his ass.
Any way we can help? Probably he's already
He
slinked
speeds
away.
down the.
The power of diplomacy.
The DCs to convince him to go do violence on someone else was so low.
My
Which
roll
is still going to
along
get a
with
favour out of it, but still. It's at this point at this junction in the conversation that a chimney hits the elder elemental.
Oof.
As in not just the top bit of the chimney, the whole chimney. Like there is a horror. It just hits him like a rod from God. And there's a very confused looking elder elemental though. You just had a chunk of him ripped out. And you get the feeling there's about to be a small scale kaiju fight on the wharf. As all the little goblins here will suddenly look very, very worried. As a little, you notice that they've been carrying these chains as if to kind of tow the elemental along. It's now very evident that if the elder elemental wanted to go anywhere, it could just drag them. It's looking like it's gonna get bad. There's a very off-put orc shaman up on the rooftop as well, just kind of scratching his head and looking at the carnage ensuing down below. Fucking casual fucking tendril monster in the wharf. Honestly, it's on brand for us.
Can I try and yell over
least it's
the
local.
water, like in Celestial? Go get him!
Anything you say down the well will be heard anywhere at his depth level.
Oh, then I'll give him advice. If I can, from the distance.
Certainly. Okay. And at this point, I think we'll start rolling initiative for next week, but I feel like we should reconvene then. As we're about to witness, as my audio is set up at mine is completely malfunctioned, and we're about to have a small kaiju fight because the random table decided that we're going to have a fight including a CR11 elemental.
Great. Hooray.
Hands will be thrown.
It has more feet than the party has actual hands.
By feet, you mean like F-E-E-T-S, not F-E-A-T-S.
F-E-A-T.
Don't get Mr.
Oh,
It was a pun.
but it has a bunch of feet too.
It's a pun. Don't worry about it. Also, it's an elemental. It's just it's a bonfire. It's a living,
big
mobile
bonfire.
bonfire,
Big
as it's been
bone.
described. Oh, this is one of those ones with a bunch of extra details in the rulings. A 40-foot tall elder fire elemental weighs 12 pounds, apparently.
Huh.
The more you know.
Wait a moment, 12
Interesting.
pounds, you say?
Californians hate his diet.
12
Steal the look.
pounds. So you mean I could just pick it up with telekinetic fighting?
Yes.
You'd be telekinetically fighting at CMD of 46.
I don't know what that means, but I can pick up 130 pounds. That should mean something, okay?
It means that you can attempt the bull rush. Whether you succeed is another matter entirely. It is, again, the strongest fire elemental in its category.
Strong boy. Just throw baking powder on it. Or what was it, baking powder or starch? Which one was
Black
it?
carb. It's black carb, not soda.
Oh, yeah.
Do not throw starch at a fire, boys and girls. You will explode your house.
Yeah, not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Yes.
Do not throw
Baking
powder
soda,
on a fire.
wasn't
It will go extremely poorly. In fact, don't fuck around with fire. As certain states have recently discovered, you shouldn't fuck around with fire.
Fuck around and you will find out.
In any case, I hope everyone's enjoyed this evening. And I hope to see you all next week. Any closing words from our kind participants?
Kill
I
all
still don't
hedges.
know. I still don't understand.
Kill hedge. Allergies. Not nice. Yeah.
In any case, I hope to see you all again next week.
See ya. Thank you guys so much for by, and thank you guys so much for all of the super chats. And we'll see you all next week.
Yes.
Alaka Shine.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.